So we are now recording. All right, so today we are going to talk about how to stay out of Facebook jail. Avoiding Facebook jail is, kind of pretty important considering that they have fixed it to where if you get locked up into Facebook jail too many times, you will eventually get banned and lose everything in your profile, and we don't want that to happen. So I have put extra time into making sure that I can avoid this myself. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to talk about. We're going to do an intro. I want to tell you a little bit about myself so you know who's talking to you. Go over some of the yearly Facebook changes that they're putting into place right now, when and where to share, how you're getting marked to be banned on Facebook, and then we'll go in depth into each of the ways that you get marked. Then we'll go over a recap. I'll have a special offer for you. Then we'll do a free drawing at the end of the presentation. So for those of you who hang in till the end, I have a nice little offer for you at no charge. So let's go ahead and get going. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jennifer Messer. Some people call me Jen. I've been in the industry for about 10 years now. I've been very successful with a couple of the companies that I've been with. So I have decided to share that with others within the industry as well, so they can learn how to be successful using the things that I've used in previous times. And that I'm using with my current company now and being very successful with as well. So today we're going to talk about Facebook jail, and this is something that I recently encountered myself. I didn't know kind of the way they operated completely, so I took the time during that time to go in and investigate what and how Facebook operates. And one of the great things about the timing was Mark Zuckerberg, the owner, well, I guess the producer and creator of Facebook, done a conference out in Las Vegas for people such as myself who became members of Facebook pretty early on and got to be what is called developers with a certain status with Facebook. So we got invited to the conference, and I couldn't go personally, so I decided to watch it through their live telecast. So everything that I'm going to share with you, I've kind of learned through that teleconference and doing the research over the last little bit of time. So to get started, Facebook is making their yearly changes. And come to find out, they do changes sporadically throughout the year, but then there is a certain time of year that everybody that they choose to kind of make all of the big major changes. So this is when they make changes in the way that everything works, pretty much the hardcore inside of Facebook. And knowing what's going on, you can take advantage of what's going to happen when it's going to happen. You can use the time right before it happens to make changes in how you do your routine, make those little adjustments to where it doesn't catch you before we have time to do this presentation. I'm going to try to do this for people yearly. That way everybody knows when it's coming, what's going to happen, and it doesn't really interfere with your business and your routine too awful much, because we really don't like for our business to be affected by changes that other people make. So planning ahead can keep you from a lot of heartache later by being put in Facebook jail. So some of the new changes that apply that are going to have to do with Facebook jail. They're adding the little smiley to images now. When you go to post an image, it'll give you the option to put a smiley face on it. And these are going to be a huge indicator for the web crawlers as to who is auto-posting and who is not. They will have started to warn you when you go in to send a message to somebody if the image that you're using is banned. that is giving you a grace period and saying, hey, if you don't know this image is banned, then we're going to let you know now. And if you choose to go further, then you are taking that at your own risk and will most likely be banned. They don't like people to use the same image more than around 2,000 times, and that is as a whole. So change out your images pretty frequently, or at least make sure that you're putting those smiley images in there. The smileys are a huge factor in them allowing you to continue to post or not. So just make sure that you're altering your images, and using the same exact link repeated times will cause you heartache. So altering your images is not necessarily just adding your own personal link to it. And we'll get into that here in just a little bit. But one of the things that I've been debating back and forth with other professional network marketers is copy and paste day, is the day of copy and paste really over? That's something that I personally do a lot of, and I have found a way around not being able to copy and post or copy and paste. That is one of the best ways for me to be able to deliver my message to the masses quickly. But one of the things that you're going to have to do now when you use the copy and paste method is to change certain keywords in your message every 30, 40 posts. So if you post into 300 groups, then you're going to want to go in every 20 to 30 times and change a word or two in there. Keywords that Facebook would recognize being used over and over again. Small words like it, the, and, but, or, those kind of words aren't really flagged. It's where you place like the name of your company or whatever it is that you're offering. Move that around and it completely changes the image. And we'll get to that again here in just a few minutes. So sharing when and where. I should have kind of put how in there too, but I forgot to add that word on the end. But anyway, one thing to do when you're sharing is try to start sharing more from your business page. Your business page, when you post to your business page, it allows Facebook to scan what you put in there and approve it or disapprove it. If they disapprove it, you're going to kind of automatically know. They will not allow you to share it. However, if you give it that 2 to 4 hours after you post, then it will show you the little boost symbol. When it shows the little boost symbol, then Facebook has approved it to be able to go out to the masses. So by sharing this from your own business page, then you are making sure that Facebook has approved it. They're okay with what you're going to post. So you can then post that exact post repetitively into groups, and you will not get blocked or banned by doing it that way. Making these small changes in how you advertise on Facebook is going to make a huge difference for whether or not you get locked up in Facebook jail. Finding the best time of day for you to be able to post and then kind of stick to that time is another thing that is a small change that can make a big difference. Posting around the same time of day, you're targeting the same general audience, but not everybody is going to go in and look every single day at every post that's made. So sticking to that same general timeline lets other people know this is the time that you're posting out, so kind of avoid this time, it's my time. And other people, if they are respectful of consultants in their company, will be more than willing to say, oh, okay, well, Susie Q's posting at 2 o'clock, I'll post at 4 or 5. It's not so much so many people in the companies are posting. People respond differently to different posts. So always try to remember that. But then you also are going to want to allow some room for a small advertising budget. And I really wish I had capitalized small, the whole word, because you only need maybe $5 to $20 a month. But you're going to want to invest that into your business page. Your business page is very, very important for your business. Facebook really, 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 really wants you to advertise through that business page. And one of the best ways to get true, honest results from advertising is to pay, not to boost your post, but to pay to advertise your page. Paying to advertise your page, they will pick a post off of your page and put it over in the sidelines for everyone to see. And when you really super target the audience that you're going for, then you're going to actually get responses and results from spending that $5, $10, $15 a month versus putting $10, $20 a month into something that you're not sure if you're going to get anything out of. Using Facebook advertising, as long as you super target your audience to exactly what you sell or what you're recruiting for or what your purpose is how to maximize your advertising budget. You may only be advertising to 20 to 200 people, but those 20 to 200 people are people who A, can afford your product, B, need your product, and C, want your product. So those are the things that you want to make sure that you're doing and targeting your audience for your advertising. Then another thing that is super important is not to make your comments too competitive, not to make your advertisements too competitive. And we'll get into that here in a few more slides. So, how does Facebook mark you to be put in jail, banned, however you want to play it? There are 4 main ways. The first one is through web crawlers, and we'll get into the details of all of these in the next couple of slides. So, the web crawlers are robots that watch the actions on a website. Then you have human reporting, which is basically people that mark what you post as spam. Their banned image bank. Facebook has a bank of images that are marked as spam. Then they have the banned website bank, which is a place where all of the websites that are marked as spam are stored for their web crawlers. Now, both of these last two revert back to the web crawler. The web crawler uses both of these places to receive their information, and it's basically the web crawler's brain, so to speak. It is their memory banks to where they know what they have already marked as inappropriate for the Facebook website. Excuse me. So now, let's get into the details of what each one of these things are. Web crawlers are, again, the robots that the developers of Facebook have created to help Facebook determine what is spam and what is not. They are currently modifying their web crawlers so that they work more efficiently and more quickly. They're adding in a couple of extra web crawlers since their capacity has increased even in the last year. So they're going to add in a couple more robots to be able to scan more posts per day and hopefully catch more. What they're trying to catch and stop is things that are socially unacceptable, but sometimes in that mix your images will get caught in there, and that's where we're touching on this next point, is the fact that the web crawlers prefer to be 20% wording or less on your images. But what most people don't know is they're going to be counting your entire post as an image, not just the image itself. So when you create a post, all of the words that you are putting into your post are also included as part of the image. So when you make a super long post, Facebook's going to kind of kick that off, kick that out, and ban it before it really gets to go too far because there's too many words involved, especially if you have any letters and words in your actual image itself. So next we have human reporting, and that is where people are allowed to report the things that you post that they don't want to see. something that they find offensive or something that they just choose they don't want to see, they can simply click report. And when they report the post, it gives them several different options for their reason why they don't like your post. Now, unfortunately, sometimes people do lie and say that your post is porn or other bad things. It's going to happen, and that's simply because jealousy is a part of the human nature. If someone is being more successful with their posting than someone else, then they are going to most likely go, hey, I don't like this because they're being more successful than me, so I'm going to mark this as spam. Or even people in other companies that are competing with yours will mark it and say, I don't like this. So how do you avoid people reporting you? And the only true, honest-to-goodness answer for that is when you post, don't make your post too competitive. There is a fine line between I want you on my team and I'm desperate and need you on my team. And when you're too competitive, it looks like you're desperate and somebody may want to mark that as spam more than another person's post. Or if you're posting too frequently, then that's competitive to them, so they're going to mark that as spam so they don't, you're not taking away from what they're trying to do with their company and their own business. Then you have the banned image bank. During the web crawling process, the robots will put images that they determine are inappropriate into the storage area that is all of their own, basically their memory bank. So during the crawling process, they will also be referring back to this to see if parts of the images that are posted are in that image bank as banned. If they do in fact find that the images within their memory are in there, that's one of the ways that they will mark you to be put in Facebook jail. And to keep from getting your images banned, every so many shares, just go ahead and change it up a bit. I know that can be a bit tedious, but one of the ways that I have found to do that is make several images like on Pizzap or PicMonkey or one of those at a time and go ahead and have them stored so I'm swapping it out every so many posts and it doesn't interfere with what their banned image bank is or anything like that. And creating images once every 2 weeks, once a month, that kind of thing, should help to ensure that you don't have that problem. Now, banned site bank. Not too awful many companies have experienced this. I know at one point the It Works company has. I know one of our lead sites is currently banned. There's certain ways that Facebook looks at websites, and this works basically the same way as the banned image bank, but it's very easy for a company site to be banned because there's going to be a lot of people using it and sharing it out there pretty often. I know with my company's Rapid Growth, we have had a lot of people get out there sharing the website. So for me, it was a concern. And when it started to really become a concern for me, I decided to go and create my link site where basically my personal information is there, my personal experiences are going to be there, and then it links back to the corporate website where they can purchase the products, join my team, and those kind of things. So it's basically creating a backlink. You have a website with your own name on it so that you're not going to get your company site banned for all 6,000, 12,000, 50,000 people who are currently also sharing that site with you. Facebook has even found a way to start banning their website with the /group /name or the /name for your link with their own websites. So they have discovered a way that it's not going to mark their Facebook.com, but instead it will only mark the backlink behind Facebook.com. So you want to kind of be aware of how often you are sharing each of those to your personal page and that kind of thing. But the only way that I have found to get around this is, instead of sharing the link to your page specifically, is putting it in the comment section after you've got the post published. They don't really scan the comments too often. Somebody really has to report something in the comment section of one of your posts for them to look at it. So what we are seeing is that they are being able to not being able to go into that comment section and mark your website as a banned link. All right, so that is the presentation. Wanted to keep it short and sweet for everybody, but we're going to go ahead and do a quick recap. So one of the first things that I want everybody to take away from this is to post from your business page more often, to have a small budget, even if it's $5. You can fix it to where your advertisement will cost you just $1. You can make that advertisement for a single day and get all of that squared away. Then share at the same time regularly. When you're making your post, make it a scheduled time every day that's when you start your postings. Excuse me. Then the web crawlers are going to be checking your posts and images for 20% words or less. Make sure that you refresh your images often when you're doing your posting, and try to get your own URL for your business so that you're not putting your company's link out too often and getting it banned as well. So those are some of the things that I thought were really important that I wanted everyone to take away from this meeting today. All right, so now I'm going to share with you the special offer that I had for you today. It's a one-time webinar special. I will only be offering it today during this live presentation. So anyone who listens to the playback, you will be excluded from this. Sorry, but for those of you who were able and willing to make it onto the live presentation, I wanted to give you a special offer right quick. So for $29.95, we're going to give you 1 hour of time with me learning how to recruit more team members and work less. The outline of this webinar so that you can share it with your team currently and any future team members. Then you're going to get a printed copy of Direct Selling Your First Year, which is my book. If you have been in this industry for a long time, it's an awesome refresher. If you're just now starting out in this industry, then it's a great way to get to know the ins and outs of how to get started. Then you'll also gain access to Christian Direct Sales Network group and the monthly member emails. Everyone who chooses to do this will get that added email benefit with extra knowledge and things that will help you boost and grow your business. And if you would like to take advantage of that, then just send an email to Christian Direct Sales Network at email.com, and either myself or my assistant will be getting back in touch with you soon. So, having said that now, I wanted to go ahead and get on to the free giveaway. Very excited about this. So, I want to do this by getting everyone to type in the comments box the best thing that you have taken away from this webinar. And then everyone who comments will be assigned a number. And then we will go over to random.org and draw a number from the numbers that are assigned. And the winner will get a digital copy of Direct Selling Your First Year to be able to share with your downline and to use for yourself. So, if you can please type in what you took out of this webinar and what you like the best about it, then everyone who comments will be entered into the drawing. Here we go. All right, enter the numbers 1 through 8. Generate. And the winner is, it may take a minute, my computer's being slow. Dun, 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 dun. The results are number 8. So, Jen Alt, you won the copy. So, if you don't mind to send an email to christiandirectsalesnetwork@gmail.com, I will get the digital copy of the book sent out to you. So, with that being said, go back over to the presentation, and I am going to unmute everyone. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask them now. All right, everybody's unmuted.
Hey, Jen. Hey, hi. Jen. It's Marie.
Hey.
Are you going to be putting this up for me to re-listen to since I missed part of it?
Yes, I will be posting the replay in the event page.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Hey Jen, this is Nicole.
Yes.
I wanted to clarify, you talked about that they prefer each image has less than 20% wording.
Yes.
Is that word on the image, say, I put Pampered Chef, blah, 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 within the image? Is that what they consider wording in the image?
Yes. Anything that is actual lettering is considered words. So every letter that you're typing in is part of their wording.
Okay. That's what I kind of thought. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody else have any other questions?
Jen?
Yes.
Jen, it's Lee Davis.
Yes, ma'am.
What can we do about people that post comments on our posts trying to get either people to join their company or their group?
One of the things, and I've seen a couple of other people having problem with that too, so that's actually a great question. One of the things that I've done personally is I delete the comment, but before I do, I will go in and send them a message and say, hey, I understand how you're trying to work your business, but I understand you're trying to work your business, but at the same time, so am I. And maybe next time, instead of commenting on my post, you could ask me if you could borrow one of the images that I've used instead of commenting on my post yourself. One of the things that kind of stinks about that is, and this webinar is about staying out of Facebook jail, but at the same time, when you get those kind of things, you want to immediately report it to the Facebook police. But finding a way to reach out to them and just kind of nicely letting them know that you didn't really appreciate the fact that they had posted, but if they would like some help, then you would be more than glad to help them. Just please don't try to take over where you posted.
Okay, well, I was just worried if I reported them, then it would flag me as trying to promote a business in the groups.
No, it won't flag you as being a promoter. I've actually had people comment on posts that I've had with real legitimate pornography. So I have automatically, when that kind of thing happens, I will mark it as spam. And that's never really got me reported. And I've always, for the 10 years I've used Facebook, done that. Really just in the last couple of years has it become a true issue that people are posting true pornography on there. But I've noticed that when that kind of thing happens, you can mark it as spam and it's not going to mark what you're posting. It's not necessarily bringing.
Okay, that's great.
It's not necessarily bringing the attention to your post as it's bringing it to the comment.
Okay.
Awesome. Does anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, if there are no more questions, we will let you guys go for the day. I appreciate everyone being on the call, and if you have any questions in the future, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will try to answer those in the best way that I can. Everybody have a great day.